Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing fine and are taking care of yourselves. My name is Kanika Tandon and I am here with the video of class 4th English grammar. In our last video we completed till chapter number 9. The name of the chapter was personal pronouns, and in today's video we are going to study compound personal pronouns. Alright, let us start today's video with chapter number 10, that is compound personal pronouns. So starting our today's video with chapter number 10, compound personal pronouns. Before I teach you about what are compound personal pronouns, let me teach you first what are compound words. I know that you have already studied compound words in your class first, second and third, but I just want to revise it with you. So compound words are basically those words that are formed with the addition of two different words. For example, butterfly. So butterfly is a compound word. How? Because butterfly is formed by using two different words. First is butterfly and another one is first is butter and another one is fly. Similarly, there are n number of words that are compound. For example, basketball, football, shuttlecock, cupboard, what else? Hair, earphones, rainbow. So these are the words that are formed when we add two different words together. Similarly, compound personal pronouns have the same meaning. These are the pronouns that are formed when we add self to the personal pronouns. We already know what personal pronouns are. I've already taught you in the last video that personal pronouns are the pronouns that we use in first person, second person and third person. First person is what pronouns when we are talking about ourselves, that is I, me, we, us. These are first person. Second person is when two people are standing together and I am talking about the other person, so that is you, he, she, her, right? And third person is when two people are standing together and they are talking about the third person, so they will it includes he, they, right? That includes they. What else? Alright, so now these are compound personal pronouns. In these, they as you can see on your screens, in this they are adding self to personal pronouns. My plus self is equals to myself, your plus self is yourself, him plus self himself, her plus self herself, it and self makes itself. Similarly, this happens when the term is singular, and when the term is plural we do our plus selves ourselves, your plus selves yourselves, them plus selves themselves. The use of now we are going to study the use of compound personal pronouns. So they can be used either with reflexive pronouns and empathetic pronouns. So first we are going to study about reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns is when the action is done by the subject turned backs upon the subject. So what happens when the subject is doing some work and it is turning back on the subject? For example, I am talking about myself, so I am the subject here and I am talking about my own self. So the subject is I and it is turning back on myself with the word, because we are using myself here. So in this, I cut myself with a knife. We just relax, let us just relax and enjoy ourselves, right? You will hurt yourself. So the subject in this, the subject is actually doing something and it is turning back on the subject only. It is better to guard ourselves against diseases. They helped themselves. So it does not matter whether the subject is singular or it does matter. If the subject is singular, we have to use the singular pronoun only. and if the subject is plural, we have to use plural pronouns only. And it is very known because with I, myself comes, with you, yourselves comes, her, herself comes, ourselves come, and they, themselves. So our and they are plural in form, so they are formed in plural form only. Similarly, coming to the next type, that is emphasis pronoun. So in these sentence, pronouns myself, ourselves, these are used to emphasize the subject's intent or involvement. So what does this means? That in these kind of sentences, the subject is involved itself, right? In these sentences, all the things that are done by the subject only. Let us read the examples, then you will understand. I myself will do this work. So what is the subject here? I. And how is he working? He is working himself. So it is I and myself. With I, all myself comes, with her, herself, you, yourselves, us, ourselves, we, ourselves, they, themselves, right? So we ourselves prepared the lunch. Who was the subject here? We. And who did the work? Us. So it is ourselves. You yourself can do better. Who is doing the work? You. And who can do the work better? You only, right? So you yourselves can do better. He himself went there. She herself agreed to the proposal. The town itself is not very large. They themselves confessed their sins. So in these sentences, the pronouns myself, ourselves, yourselves, himself, herself, itself, and themselves are used to emphasize the subject's intent or involvement. We'll do the exercise and then you will understand it better. So coming on to the first exercise, fill in the blanks with correct compound pronoun personal pronouns and write whether they are reflexive or emphatic pronouns. Choose the pronouns from the help list. So first one is the cat hurt itself. Since the cat is an animal, for animal we always use it. So with it comes itself. So the cat hurt itself. It is reflexive. They will do it themselves. So it is also reflexive. She must be very proud of herself. Here she is used. So the pronoun will come herself, and this is also reflexive because it is coming back to her only. The criminal hanged himself. This is also reflexive because it is coming back on the criminal. I myself saw her prepare it. It is emphatic. Why? Because in this the subject and her involvement is clearly shown. You yourself can best investigate the matter. This is also emphatic. You can see. We will listen to it ourselves. It is reflexive. The city itself is not very large. This is emphatic. Why? Because here we are talking about the city, and itself is used for city only. So it is city's involvement in the story, in this sentence. So city itself is not very large. It is emphatic. Take care of yourself, which is reflexive, right? And we all enjoyed ourselves. This is also reflexive because it is coming back on us. This was the only exercise in the chapter. Sorry, this is the next exercise. Second exercise is sort out the reflexive pronouns from nouns and personal pronouns given in the list. So these are the this is the help list, and we have to sort out what pronouns are reflexive, what are nouns, and what are personal pronouns. So in reflexive list we have itself, myself, ourselves, himself, herself, yourself, yourselves, and themselves. These are reflexive pronouns. Nouns is friend, cat, school, car, tiger, bird, door, chair. And personal pronouns are us, we, I, mine, theirs, she, he, and me. So this you can do by yourself also without looking in the video, because you have already studied it very thoroughly, what are personal pronouns and what are pronouns. So it can be done by yourself only. So with this, our chapter number 10 is also over. I hope that all of your work is complete till chapter number 10, right? and I will see you all in my next video next week with the next chapter. Till then, keep studying and take care. Thank you.